Good morning. How's everybody doing out there? Dave in Kentucky here for another video, shave video, highlighting a razor and a new soap and splash to me and some coffee. Because it's early, about 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning. It's the last Sunday in the month of March, so I've already changed the calendar over to April, so I don't forget. Anyway, today we are using, new to me, I got 3 more Barrister and Mann soap and splashes in. Mûir wood, it actually says, and we'll get into a little bit about what it's named after. Also using a razor from my Magnificent 11 I think I chose this for style. It's a stylish razor. I had trouble doing that Magnificent 11, just the 11 categories were some were a little odd for me, but anyway. 1934 Aristocrat. This was an interesting story on this one that we'll get into as we get into the shave, but I'll go ahead and pull that out. And it's just a gorgeous specimen, and for a reason, part of the story. And friend from the forum that I'm highlighting due to this, as well as a story on the brush that I have. So shout out to Mûir, or Eric. Hope you're doing well. I have a Knothead Brushworks brush soaking badger in here. And we're going to go ahead and load up with, let me get my face wet first. Now we'll load up some soap. So, Muir wood, which can translate to a purple fruit or whatever, but so it has blackberry in it, wood, so end wood. So the scent notes are blackberry, vetiver, damp air, balsam fir, oak moss, and it's just a beautiful scent. Sweetness from that blackberry, but it also is rounded out with those other scents and just blended very nicely. So it's not overly bright, it's not dark, it's just, I'm really enjoying this one, and haven't even tried it yet, just got it in, new to me. Alright, so it's named after John Muir, who was a conservationist and championed the preservation of forest and land. And so there's a national monument over north of San Francisco named after him, where there are giant redwoods, sequoias, sorry. Anyway, we're going to start loading that and enjoy that. I wanted to get some more scents in the omnibus base. So I got Lavanil, this, and their lime that they came out with recently. So love this brush. There's a story behind it. I don't know what wood it is, but it's obviously got all kinds of character, burlness to it, and the holes that were filled with a purple acrylic. And so I saw this, and Tim for Knothead Brushworks is no longer producing them, but I used to see this one just languishing on his Etsy page, and I liked it. And I just, I had so many brushes, I never pulled the trigger on it to get it. About the time I was thinking, you know what, I need to just grab that and put a knot in it, it disappeared. It was sold. And then it shows up on DFS, and Eric Mûir has it, and I'm like, hey, beautiful brush. I'm glad he got it. Fast forward, some time went by, he was doing a little den clearing, and it was available. The finish on it had worn off for some reason. It got compromised in an area, and it spread, and the clear finish came off of it. So, anyhow, I got it. Had another friend on the forum, Freddie, that does restorations of older vintage brushes, and other things as well. And I sent it to him, and he refinished it for me, and I put a knot in it. So that's the story behind that. And I appreciate the connection of it with Eric and the little story behind it that he may not even have been aware of, but very thankful to have it now. Eric and I have had a lot of exchanges and loaning of things back and forth, gifting things to each other and so forth. Which brings us to the razor. I just love this omnibus base. It's probably my in my top two. This and Ethos. So the razor is one, you know, the 34 Aristocrats seem to go for crazy money all the time. I never did get one. I think I told this story before, but I saw it on eBay. Just doing a search of safety razors, not specifically for this one. I just looked for what's available at the time and what's reasonably priced, and wasn't really hunting specific razors usually. But anyhow, this one shows up, and it's in a case, and it has a single chic double-edged razor blade in the case with it, and the title is not Gillette, not Aristocrat, which would have drawn attention. It just said chic razor. So obviously someone that got it from an estate or something didn't know what it was and just went by the razor blade they saw. Just a beautiful piece. It wasn't beautiful when I got it. It functioned very well, and it was in decent shape. It was kind of rough. And Eric, and I forget why, but just in his generosity, it sent me a gift certificate to get a free replating done. And so I sent this one off. And so this one's kind of special to me for that reason. So that's the connection to main Mûir. And this shave, based on the brush and the razor. And we have a Super Iridium Wizamet in it, which is my go-to blade. Still have, I don't know, 700-800 of them, so I don't think I'm going to run out. And I should try other blades that I have, and some in numbers, large numbers, but and some that are just odd tucks that I have, but I just always grab the Wizamet. It works in, you know, some people talk about this blade in this razor, this blade in that razor. I just, you know, this blade works in every razor for me. I've never felt the need to try to amp up a razor or tone down a razor by using a different blade in it. The only time I've ever done that, actually, which, so I just lied, is just with AC blades. I have used the Feather Super just to get, because it's wider, to get something a little in a razor that might be overly mild. But I've never done the reverse where I'm trying to tone a razor down. I just like a good sharp blade to work with my skin, my whiskers. And the razor just holds it. we control it, right, with our technique, which might adjust depending on the razor. So to me, these are just beautiful razors. All the Aristocrats and Gillette overused that name really over the years. All the Aristocrats are just beautiful razors. And I'm not really big on gold razors, but for some reason this one just always really struck me, and always enjoyed seeing them, and it just shaves great. So not only is it a beautiful looking razor, it's a great shaving razor. It's mild and efficient. So this is a Maggard's knot. I don't remember if it's a 2-band or SHD or what it was. Probably an SHD, but I'm not sure. But it's got some backbone, but not overly. It's soft. Had a nice shape and nice density to it, but it's good flow through compared to some of the Badgers I have. So I'm glad I paired that knot in it and really enjoy it. While there's some attractive brushes I have that are Badgers, and I don't reach for them as much because of either they need to be broken in more because the flow through is just not there, or just something doesn't click with me for them, but still have them, haven't got rid of them. It's one of those things, if I ever get time, I probably would go through and figure out what ones I'm holding on to because I like the handle, but don't reach for because I'm not real crazy about the knot. And just need to maybe change the knots out to something else that I prefer, so that I would reach for it more. It's just one of those things that, boy, that's what I should do, but time is sometimes a premium. And for me right now, that is time. A lot of things going on, trying to take care of around 2 homes now and prepare one to get rid of. Great shave. That was a good shave. Nice scent on this stellar base, the omnibus base. over on DFS, I asked Will, I said, you know, are all the ones on your website? 1 second. Are all the soaps on your website in the omnibus base? And he responded back, yeah, for 2 years now, everything. Sorry, Will. It didn't say it on the website. And it didn't state, because all of them are now. But when you see used ones out there in certain scents and it's not omnibus, I didn't know if they all went to it. And this one in particular, some of them on the label say omnibus base. This one doesn't. So, you know, it makes you wonder if you see it on some of them but not others. I didn't know. You know, there's people that have multiple bases, and that stuff drives me nuts. Anyhow, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and hit it with some witch hazel. Dragon's Beard, Frank advised me, unless the product I'm using has a good portion of witch hazel, I should just still continue to use it. It's good for my skin. So, that's what I'm doing. Thank you, Frank. Let's get this brush cleaned up real quick. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there and having good shaves. Enjoying yours. Are you a fan of Barrister and Mann? What's your favorite scent from them? And a little towel strap. It doesn't take long to clean that. Take care of it. Keep it in good order. Good shape. Beautiful, beautiful brush. Tim, I wish you were still making your brushes, buddy. All right. So thank you for that, Eric. Thank you for this. I'll get this thing cleaned up and polished before it goes back in its case. Let's hit things with some Mûir wood. Splash. That's nice, man. I took a chance on this one. You know, I read the scent notes, and sometimes when you see the scent notes, you think, oh, that'll really click for me, and you get it. You're like, I don't know. But I'll have to say all three that I got in, the Lavenil, this, and the lime, right up my alley. So happy with those. Mûir wood from Barrister and Mann in the omnibus. All right, Dave in Kentucky, that's it. It's a wrap. We're under 20 minutes. Hope you're doing well out there. Be kind, be safe, and we'll see you on the forum.